a lot of us want to know how to go viral on YouTube as a musician, and it takes a lot. It takes trend like research. It takes trending, knowing what's trending in your niche or niche, and also helping others. So there's information that you know, there's things that you know, and with those things that you know, you want to try to help other people that were like you at one point in time, or that are trying to get to where you are, because you may not know it all. I may not know it all. But if we research stuff, we probably know more than the average person. You understand what I'm saying? And with that, we can help people. There's people are always searching for stuff. A lot of times we're distracted by entertainment. And normally when we go on social media, we might typically have the mindset of, okay, I'm gonna go on YouTube or a certain platform to look up something strategic or something of value. And when we open it up, typically what we have is a lot of different content being pushed at us. And we're like, oh, let me watch this real quick or whatever. And we get sidetracked and we end up forgetting what it was that we had initially opened the app for in the first place. And distractions, entertainment, are a hindrance. And I believe that if you took the same 8 hours or the same 6 hours or the same 10 hours, and when you got off of work and you come home and sit in front of that TV, that same 8 hours or that same 6 hours or 10 hours that you sit in front of that TV, if you took those same hours and dedicated and invested that time into research and stuff, even if it was 3 hours a day or an hour a day, whatever, you're being productive and you're getting stuff done. Me, I don't own a TV, and I just don't. It's just a waste of time. It's just a distraction, just something to make time go by. It's just something to distract you, something to entertain you, because you're not able to get to where you want to really get in life. And I like to focus on reality. I don't like to be fed fallacy. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to be brainwashed by a vision. Like my homeboys say, it's telling you a vision, or it's giving you a vision. It's putting this vision in your head that this is how things are, or this is life, or this is something that you should be. You know, it puts you in a false state of mind, because now you're sitting up giggling and laughing and having a good time about whatever somebody has created, this content on this TV. And you can create the same exact thing, right? It might take you a while to get there, but every time I went to like my mom's house or something like that back in my 20s, I had this determination and this drive to create things. And when I went to their house and they were just sitting around watching TV, it's like, man, you don't come and see us. Then when I come and see you know what I'm saying, people at my mom's house or people at other people's house in my family, it's like they were not doing anything strategic or anything productive. So my mind was set on being productive. So it kind of frustrated me, because it's like, man, like, you know, I really could be doing something productive, but nobody around me wants to be productive. Nobody has the mindset that I do. So it kind of just, it made me be more of a loner. It made me be more like, you know, I believe that there's creatives like me, but I typically only see them on YouTube. I really don't see them in the real world. Me and my cousin were walking downtown, and I was shooting his video, some scenes for his video, the other day. And as we were driving by looking for a place to park, I looked over and I saw there was a guy taking photos, a photographer taking photos with his camera. And I was like, hey, he out here doing what we doing. So it kind of gave me a little bit of confidence. I'm like, hey, okay, it's somebody down here that's like us. It's somebody down here that's on what we're on. And, you know, I like seeing stuff. I like seeing other creatives, you know, and I want to help you get there. I want to help you be a creator, whatever your goals are, whatever your dreams are. Like, I mean, I started, like, I can remember a time when I only had like 30 videos on my page. You know, I can remember a time when I didn't have that many videos. I remember a time when I had 10 videos on my page. But I took some courses and I did a lot of research, and my first goal was to get to 100 videos. Well, the first assignment in the course was to post your first video, because some people didn't even have one video on their page. And so I just kept doing everything in like tens. So then I was like, okay, boom, let's go to 10. But I think I already had 10. So boom was like, you know what I'm saying, let's go to 100. Now, from where I think I was at like 30 something. And 100 was kind of a far off stretch from the 30 something videos that I had. So even though the goal was 100, when I got to about 50 videos, I had to celebrate that. Celebrate the small wins, because you're going to get very tired and exhausted along this journey. This is not easy. It won't be easy. You have to look at content creation as a musician, or YouTubing as a musician, whatever it is. You have to look at content creation as a job. When you look at it as a job and you take it serious like a job, you show up more than you don't. If you look at it as, oh yeah, it's just something that I just do in my free time, you probably gonna find yourself sitting in front of TV more than you posting on YouTube. Okay. And procrastination is a dream killer. That's like, so right now I'm taking the 30-day challenge with Tamara Gabriel, UK. She's out of the UK. And I like her content. I like what she does. She's a professional filmmaker, and she's doing a 30-day challenge right now, which, you know, and she's challenging us to post one video every day for 30 days. And people don't understand how difficult this can be. I'm actually on a challenge to post every day or several times a day for 365 days. That is my own challenge. I've got burnt out on my own challenge. But the reason that I am on my own challenge and I have it as a 365-day plan, because I've studied some things. I've looked up some analytics. And basically YouTube works in a 365-day cycle. Okay? And so I see a lot of musicians and artists, whatever you want to call yourself, and they will post kind of, I don't know, sporadically is the word. They'll post here and like every blue moon, and they'll share it with a lot of people, and they'll be like, hey, share this video, like this video, go comment on my new video, go watch my video. And while that is a good thing, that is not what's going to make you trend. Unless you're somebody that has millions of followers, millions of, you know what I'm saying? That type of strategy is not going to work. Not as a foundation, it's not. Now, if you blow up the right way and then you share with people and say, hey, like, comment, subscribe, that'll keep feeding the video that's already doing well, or the video that's already kind of doing well or starting to do well. But if what I'm saying is, if you have a video and your video is a garbage video, and when I say garbage, I'm not talking about because you recorded on the phone. It's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about what is the substance? Who are you helping with this video? If it's a video where you're saying, hey, look at me, I'm the best person, and I've got my Gucci, and I've got this, and I'm not saying that Gucci is a bad thing, but I'm just saying if you're somebody that just wants all the praise and worship, I don't know. I'm not saying that's right or wrong. What I am saying is, if you now look at that video, what I just said. Hey, look at me. I got my hair done. I got my nails done. Now, let's look at that video, and let's look at a video where you're like, hey, today I want to help you learn 3 things about how to blow up as a musician. Which video do you think is going to have more longevity or probably get more shares? Or we could even go off the first video. So that first video was like, hey, look at me. I got my hair done. I got my nails done. I'm popping. Look at me. I'm twerking. Like, and I'm not speaking down on that. A lot of people like those videos. But that's entertainment. It has a lifespan. I shouldn't even say it has a lifespan, because people are always gonna be watching somebody twerk. People are always gonna be looking at a pretty girl. But to the people that are really out here that want substance, that really want some meat, want some food, you feel me? Like, they're not stuck on that. We're out here trying to start our own businesses, looking at this girl talk about how she got her hair done and how her nails are popping and how she got the bag. That ain't helping me. Now, the flip side of that is, if that same girl, I'm not talking bad about her, but if that same girl said, hey, look at everything I have, I want to show you how to get it. I want to show you how to get the bag. I want to show you how to have your hair popping. Today, I'm going to show y'all how to do y'all hair. I'm going to show y'all how to get the bag. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you that. Like, that video would get more shares. Now, the video of her twerking might get more shares among men that are horny, not focused on their business. But the people in the world are really trying to get the bag. Anytime you are teaching people or telling people how to get the bag or how to start their own business or any of that type of stuff, how to pursue their career, how to blow up with their music, you know what I'm saying, how to blow up as a content creator, that stuff is going to get more, you know what I'm saying, it's going to hold more value. And I tell people all the time, you got to do your research. You got to do your research. Like, a lot of us want handouts. We want somebody to tell us how to do it and what to do. We want to use AI. We want the easy route. Because for 8 hours, we're sitting up watching TV. Why are you sitting up watching TV for 8 hours when for 8 hours you can be going hard researching content? Because you know what? Researching content is boring. But man, God has put something so heavy on me as a creator. From the jump, from the beginning. I can remember 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, looking at myself in my grandma's mirror. She had this big mirror. When you walk in the hallway, it was a mirror that went from the ceiling to the floor. And it was in the hallway as you come out the restroom. And I look at myself in that mirror. I want to give me one of those mirrors one day. I look at myself in that mirror. And, you know, I just studied myself. I listened to myself. I talked to myself. Looked at myself like, you know what I'm saying? And I can just remember, man, like my positive thoughts, my words, almost like God was saying it in a way. Like you chosen. You different. You the one. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I was always straight A student in school. So I always felt like I was that, because I was that. You know what I'm saying? Or I was one of the ones, you know? And man, that's why research is so important. I was a nerd in school, man. Even though I got off track as a teen and got involved in drugs and gangs and, you know what I'm saying, sex and, you know, all these different things. It's like when God has something for you, when God puts something in you, man, no matter how much the devil try to take it from you, bro, the devil cannot stop what God has for you, if that's what you really want. You just can't hand the keys over to the devil. When the devil comes try to take the keys, you got to keep pressing. You got to keep telling the devil, bro, I ain't on that. You know what I'm saying? Let him know that his value is worthless. We're on a whole nother team. So research, man, that's the number one thing, man. If you want to go viral as a musician or a content creator, a music content creator, you feel me? Producer, artist, filmmaker. And I say all these things because all these things go hand in hand with each other. You gotta look at things from a record label perspective. You gotta, if you want to, you can't just be an artist in this. You have to look at what the record label does. You see so many artists talk about, man, the record label screwed me over. Man, I got a bad deal. Because they were only artists for the most part. Most of them. When you learn how to do what the record label does and you no longer need the record label, now you are untouchable. Now you are dangerous in a good way. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I want y'all to stay on, man. I want y'all to stay on that. And you got to understand that what these record labels do. Record labels, they pay for your videos. Look at everything a record label does. They pay for your videos. They pay for your tours. They put you on stage. They pay for your marketing. They pay for your promos. They pay for, you know what I'm saying? Like your merchandise. And that's not every record deal. Some people have to pay for that stuff out of their own budget. But most record labels are paying for a lot of that stuff. And if you want to be your own CEO, if you want to be think like a record, if you want to have the revenue or the blessings of a record label, you got to do 90% of the work. You got to do 99%, 100%, 95% of the work. Cut off the TV and get the work done. Cut off the TV and get the work done. That's why we ain't going nowhere in life. Because we steady watching the next man put out content on that television or on that phone. He putting out content. You don't watch 8 hours of content. 8 hours of episodes. But you ain't recording nothing. How you think he got his 8 episodes on there? Or his 8 hours on there? He was recording. He was writing. He was researching. What are you doing? You just watching other people make content and put out content. The only time that we should be watching other people put out content is if we're learning from it. And don't consume too much. You got to understand how to have a balance, or at least be putting out more than you're consuming. Don't consume more than you're putting out. Unless, like I said, it is strictly research. You watching an episode of whatever it is, that's not really research. Now, the only way you could be researching, if you're looking at, oh, I'm trying to see, if you're a comedian, you're trying to see how other comedians do comedy. So you could be watching a comedy show. That is some form of research. Okay? But the type of research, so that's some form of research. The type of research I'm talking about is Googling things, looking up things. You know what I'm saying? Watching a YouTube video about how to be a comedian, not just watching somebody else be a comedian. That can help, but I don't think it's as helpful as, like, for example, you can watch a documentary, or you can watch somebody tell you how to record a documentary. You see the difference there? They're both helpful videos. But one of them is telling you step by step how to make a documentary, how to do the lighting, how to where to place your camera, the key points to hit. That's way more helpful. So same thing with filming and artistry, musician, producing, all those things. You can watch videos that tell you step by step how to do these things 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or you can watch somebody else playing their instrument or being creative or playing a song. If you're studying them, it might make sense, but it's not as helpful as somebody teaching you, hey, you want to know how I played my song XYZ? I played this note, that's note A, and then I played this note, that's note C, and then I played this note, and you see what I'm saying? And then I did my chords. You know, that's more helpful than you just watching somebody play a song. So, and then once you research and once you want to keep up with the trends in your niche or niche, I feel like that's important. So researching is important, and also keeping up with trends is important, because sometimes you can take what you have and jump on some of those trends and ride the wave, and some of these things can, if you post something that's trending, you could possibly begin to catch views in that trend. And typically you want to catch trends in the beginning, in the very, very beginning, before everybody is doing that trend, because once everybody starts doing that trend, now you have a saturated market. So now instead of your video probably being the one of the first 3 videos to pop up, now you in a saturated market and you're trying to compete with hundreds of videos. So now it's harder for your video to get picked up in the algorithm. Okay. So after you are doing trends, keeping up with the trends, keeping up with research, you've learned a lot of information now. And what you want to do is you now want to help others. You want to help other people with the information that you know. Why is this helpful to you? By helping other people, now when people search how to blow up as a musician, if you have a video that's called how to blow up as a musician, and you're telling people how to blow up as a musician or how to film your own music video, and somebody searches for that, you're going to get views. So by helping others, you're helping yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, that has conducted our interview for today in my T.I. voice.